Wiggity waggity show! Bow! We have come to, sorry about that, we have come to War 12, the finale against GT40, who I have no issues in admitting had a far better season than us up to this point in terms of deaths. We died a lot more than them, but we've come to the finale. War Champ is on the line, and this was a really, really stressful war. I also finally, despite my terrible Titan opening, after 9.3 rewards, managed to get pull Karolina. We're going to go with Karolina, hence for the title. And I used a generic gem on her, took her to rank 4, and she is an important player today. I was going to have Shuri instead of Nico, but I remembered the synergy and Symbiote Supreme. It would be poetic, wouldn't it? We're going for Red Skull on path 3, and then originally was going to do all of path 9, section 2. We got Zola 37, was going to take Bullseye 43, and then we got Fam on 49. So originally, plan with Red Skull was good old-fashioned Shuri, but realised with Nico, I get a very good Karolina synergy, and I'm just not going to play like a spanner this time. Sadly, I obviously didn't pull the 7-star, but we know the 6-star works. Strictly L1s only this time. The fact that this fight goes so easily just made me more annoyed about how badly I screwed it up the last time I did this matchup, when I just completely lost control of things and my flow and just screwed it all up. So not bothering with L2s, just keep it simple. Don't just ignore his power, his auto block. Punish it with a heavy that time. And he's melting down. Because I'm also throwing so many specials, power detonation isn't even causing me any harm. So that's nice. Yeah. Cannot just overemphasize how much of an easy fight this is if you don't play like an absolute dickhead. So whilst this closes up, we all know that I like to fight early. Some of you may not know, but I like to fight very early in war. I find it stressful. It is what it is. Unfortunately, this time round, I had to wait behind someone who typically is an amazing player, but he typically likes to wait until literally the last 2 hours of war. So I was not coping well here. I did this fight nice and early. I did 3 separate boosts for this. Got Serpent down nice and easily to open up someone else, because we decided ultimately Karolina wasn't going to be the best or safest option for 36 Lumatrix. I did have a plan in my head. I must have dueled about 100 times to get something in place, but we ended up going with someone else. And credit to Thick Thanos, who's an incredible player, who I've loved sharing a battle group with. We played together in DSVG for a long time. He was never in my BG. Excellent player. I mean, LVT are full of excellent players. I'm not gonna reel it off now. But anyway, we've got Serpent here on 27, which I've done before. No Mordo synergy needed. Just wait everything out, and then we start our thing. This fight goes a hell of a lot slower than I'm used to it doing. I mean, it's never the quickest anyway. I used the 200%. I should have just stuck with Instinct and used the 150 power back. Instead, I used the 200, just because I wanted to be sure of everything. I knew it'd be overkill and possibly make life a little bit more difficult, but I wanted to be safe and I wanted to just be double sure of everything. At this point, I think we were... I think it was 0-0 still. After Serpent went down, I went to bed. And when I woke up in the morning, we were 2-0 down, which was sad. And I figured that we... No, I tell a lie, we were 2-0 up at this point. GT had doubled. And then when I woke up in the morning, we equalised. We gave them 2 back, and I thought we'd thrown the war. So that wasn't good. Felt like pressure off a little bit because we were very behind on time as well. As we can see, this fight's taking far longer than it should be. But we're in control. Like, there is no danger here. Just not doing anything to help our fight time. That's for sure. I should have gone for a combo first there to wear down the invulnerability timer a bit more, but there we go, we've got an L3 just to add a bit more time onto that fight, and we're finishing Serpent off. Again, much slower, probably an extra a minute longer than it's normally taking me, but extremely safe, very much in control. Now, I was very stressed about my Karolina fights because I've never used her before, and dueling with a tiny squishy 4-star with no boosts and nothing else is very, very different to noded fights and your boosts and just knowing how it's going to go. And I knew this fight was going to be easy. It was just a case of new champ for me, haven't used her before, haven't seen or visualized the fight properly, and therefore just want to be super safe. Just going into the unknown. Karolina can parry his non-contact attacks. We can chain into a heavy in the light. The idea is just stay in the sun and spam L2s. And beware of the root. I probably should have thrown the L2 first, but we're going to punish his heavy, fire an L2 off. Powerbacks don't really do anything against Zola, just because of how his kit works. While I'm standing in the sun, I'm gaining power. I should have knocked him down there, and now I've missed the opportunity to knock him down with a heavy with his charges. There's still a point, but I wasn't getting it. I should, and of course, then he got rooted, so I didn't want to get too close. Throw an L2 instead, and now he's at all his charges, so I know that I'm just going to have to tank being put to sleep. And I should have heavied there as well. Missed a couple of opportunities. By this point, there was like an hour and a half left of war. I was very, very nervous and fumbling a little bit. I was in such a state. I genuinely did not feel very well. But we get him done very easily. Not the smoothest, but I'm more than happy with that. Bullseye 43 didn't happen because, again, we realised that it probably wasn't the safest for Karolina, so someone else went in. So we go straight to Fam on 49 here, where my power gain is going to be very much reduced. We're sticking with the Power Start 1 that I've got active, and with the aim of the game is to bait heavies, block specials, and stand in the light for as long as I can. By this point, GT had dropped another 2, and we were 4-2 up, and I was one of the last people to fight in the alliance. There was just myself and Bailey left, I think. And Kamada, who's been an excellent player, silent assassin for us, was due to take the boss. Just waiting for my power to build a little bit more. Powerbacks help me there, though I think I was power drained at the same time. Her glancing mechanic is... Karolina is a ridiculous champion. She really is. And I'm sorry for any of the purists watching this. Like, if I'm lucky enough for someone like Stone and Puppy to be watching this, they might be sick in their mouths. But I'm happy with how this fight is going. What I should have done... Oh no. Going back into this light in a moment gets me to an L2. I paused my combo very slightly. Oh no, not this bit. The fight is going very well though. I'm very happy with how it's going. I'm just keeping it slow. I didn't get the greatest AI, like doing longer combos into my block. And therefore, it's pushing me out of the light a lot, which is my only source of power here. I should have thrown the L2 there. I paused for a split second, ready to throw, but he'd gone red and threw his L3 extremely quickly. Wasn't too worried. I had the L3 protection boost on. Now he's got his armors, and I'm glancing and not pulverizing them for some reason. So we've got to go the long way around. He's got a big regen on, which I'm struggling to out damage at the minute. But we're going to get there, slow and steady. I am shaking at this point, just again with nerves. It's just unbelievable. I do not like to fight this late. L1 unblockable, and we finish off. Cry of relief, and that is my season done. And yeah, we cleaned it out. We did really, really well as an alliance. Had a couple of very rough deaths, but we won 4-2. GG's to GT, who really did not want us to win that one. Yeah, that was a big win. We've gone 12-0 for the season, and we got war champs. which of course there is no better feeling than earning that. Really been a pleasure to be back with LVT and to win that straight away. So GG's to everyone. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys and enjoy the off season. Thank you for watching. Bye.